Hey everybody, welcome to Powell's RC Garage. So today I wanted to go over this Stampede. Now this is a car I've had for a very long time. I got this when I was about 11 years old and I am 39 now. So this one's pretty old. I've done some things to it to kind of bring it up to date, and I will definitely be going over that in some future videos. But today I wanted to go over what I'm doing to it. Is this is a body that I painted when I was about 12 years old, and it's kind of getting beat up. You can see it's starting to crack on the edges right here, and then even in the back it's starting to break. So what I'm going to start doing is I want to change a lot of my bodies over to clipless body systems. So that's what I'm going to work on today. And I bought this kit, which is the Traxxas 3619R. And it's for the Stampede. Now I don't know if it's going to fit with this body, so that's what I'm going to try to figure out today, if it will. And I'm going to show the process as I do this. All right, so here we're going to be taking off this front brace, or not brace, this front mount, and trying to see if I can just sneak a screwdriver back here without taking more things apart, which looks like you can. Get to these screws. You kind of just move it a little bit forward. It has a little bit of flex in it. Gives you just enough to get in there. So for work, I work as a technician for the last 20 years. So doing things flat rate is kind of second nature for me. Trying to get it done as quick as possible. All right, so this new one will just mount right to the front, just like this. All right, so then we're gonna get the screws. See if I can sneak these back in here. Now the one thing I'm noticing that I'm gonna probably have an issue with, since this is designed for the factory body, I don't have a factory body on this car. I have an F-150 body from Proline. Like I said, I painted when I was very young, and that's what I'm trying to make work today. So I want to see if it'll work with aftermarket bodies. And then the other car I got to do this to is my Traxxas Slash, the 4x4 Ultimate, and I run a body that came off of an HPI Blitz that I would like to do the clipless body mount on that. And I still have the factory body for that one, so I will convert that over. But I would like to see if you can do it with aftermarket bodies, and I'm pretty sure you can. I think it's just going to be a little bit harder because where that gives you the templates to line it up, it's not going to line up with the body lines that I have. And what I mean by that, this is what it's giving me for a template, and you can see where it lines up on these body lines, like right here and then right in here. It wants you to line these parts up with the body, and mine's going to be completely different than this body that it's showing. So that's where I'm running into, a little bit of an issue there. But like I said, I think if I take a little time to line everything up and kind of do like a test fit, if you will, before I actually drill holes, that's where I'll be able to make it work. Now ideally, if I was going to put an aftermarket body and try to do something like this, what I would do is I would do all this before you paint the body, because then you could see right through the body and just be able to line everything up. That would be the best way to do it. But since mine's already painted, I'm not gonna be able to do that. All right, so there's the front, and I'm gonna get this rear one on, and then we'll put the body parts on to the body itself. All right, so now that I got an aftermarket body on here, I need to figure out where these holes need to go. So what I did was look for a spot through these holes, and then take the body off, and where that spot is at, all I got to do is measure from that spot up to the center of this hole. This will be my first starting hole. So it looks like we have 2/16 and then another 2/16 here from this point, which is where the center of the body hole sits. So then all I would have to do is just measure with the body on and just measure up 2/16 this way and then 2/16 over this way, and I'll be able to put my dot there. So I realized I didn't hit record when I started doing this the first time. So all I did was I measured up, and I think it's 2/32. I don't think this is actually 16ths. So 2/32 going up. I made a dot here, and then from that dot I measured over another 2/32 to right here and made another dot. So there's my final dot. This should be centered of this hole right here, or at least very close. And so what I'll do now is I will take the body reamer and I will make this hole about 6 millimeters, because that's what it says right here on the piece of paper, 6 millimeters. Get that hole lined up, and then I'll put this sticker down and then get the other hole drilled out for the other one down here. Now, when I'm doing the holes in the body, I start on one side, usually on the top. And then what I'll do is I'll get the hole started a little bit, flip it over, and then you see how you got some extra plastic right here. So I start doing the other side, try to clean off some of that plastic on there. And that way it gives you a nice clean hole. It doesn't have a whole lot of debris on the other side of it. So now it's nice and clean. And now, if I didn't mention, I did clip on this part of the body. This goes to the body. I clipped this in place so that way when I line the body up, I can see where those holes need to be. And then now that I got the holes made, these holes here on that body mount, we can get that back to stay, line up perfectly with these holes here. So now what I can do is put the stickers on and get the other holes made. All right, so I got the tape on there, so now I'm just going to drill those holes out. These things usually work pretty good to make nice clean holes. If you try to use a drill bit, a lot of times it'll walk on you and you won't get it centered. These can walk a little bit, but not as bad as a drill bit. All right, so there's the holes. All right, so now we got these pieces in. They fit in there good. And then this is the piece that goes onto here, and those fit good. Yeah, so this lines up really nice. So now all I gotta do is just put the screws in it, and then we'll get this front part clipped down, and then we'll move over to the back and we'll do the back. For these, just screw them in. And then this mount will be permanently on the body. If you've never used the Traxxas system, all you do is once you have this down onto the body, push on this part right here and here on both sides at the same time, and it'll pop it loose. All right, so let's do a test fit here and see how it works. Wow, look at that. That fits really good. All right, so on the back I did something a little different. What I did was I took the sticker right here and I placed it perfectly onto the two holes here, and then I put the body on top, and with the hole in the body, take a look right here, the hole in the body, I just put a dot right where the body lined up in the center here. And then all I did was when I was putting it on the other side, I just line up the dot right here in the center of the hole. So that way I know exactly where these holes need to be on both sides. Alright, so guys, we got the clips on the inside, and then the braces on the outside there that hold them to the body. And then we'll do a test fit here, make sure everything lines up. There's the front. I think we got the front. There it is. there you go. Body's on. Sitting really nice on there. Everything turned out really good. So I'm pretty happy with that. It's going to take some getting used to see these black things up on the top of the body now, but definitely happy with that system. Now I don't have to worry about dealing with the clips anymore. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, hit the like button, help get it out to other people. And if you want to subscribe, I'm definitely going to make more videos like this. And we'll see you on the next one.